Well, Kat Bryant is a model and actress who's recently emerged onto the field and is making her presence known. And she's going to be starring in this upcoming film called Rise, which we'll be talking about today. How are you doing today?
I'm doing perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing smashing, thanks. So, what can you tell us about this film, Rise? Who do you play?
I play the main character. It's about a woman who essentially leaves the American dream in pursuit of her own dream. And what I love about this film is it takes a different vantage point. Usually you hear a lot of actors or successful celebrities talk about their struggles afterwards. This character is actually going through it, and it's dictating her growth in her position in her career. But it also tells like the hardship, and that's something you don't see in films every day. It's relatable and it's inspirational, and it goes against societal quotes.
Does there end up being a positive, happy ending?
There does. There's always a happy ending, especially when it has that inspirational quote at the end to encourage people to follow their dreams and to keep going despite hardship.
Yeah. So would you say it's quite an uplifting movie?
It is a very uplifting movie. It has, of course, some of these fun, upbeat moments. It also has the heartfelt moments, and it's also very raw. It's very unedited, if you will. So as this person's going through her journey, as she's living her life and actually is capturing this pinnacle point in her career, and then something just earth-shattering happens, and then she has to make the decision to keep going or to give up, and she decides to keep going.
And what was it that made you want to take on this role?
It's me. It's essentially a story about all rising people or everyone that's trying to make it in the industry. It captures their viewpoint. It's relatable because anyone that's trying to break into mainstream can relate to the hardships of working hard, to feeling tired, and to getting towards that moment only to find there's like another mountain to climb.
Yeah. And when you first saw the script, what did you think?
I thought that it was very well put together, very immediate, and very inspirational to me because I'm still going through it actually. So to play a character that I'm actually embodying is amazing.
So does this movie help you feel quite optimistic about your own story?
It does. It captured it from the vantage point of someone that's like an outside looking in, if you will. Rarely, if ever, do you stop to say or to look at how far you've come. And this movie takes you, or it takes time to reflect, or it makes you reflect on not only where you are in life, but if you're happy, if this is truly what you want to do or what you should be doing, and also that drive forward.
Absolutely. So what got you interested in becoming an actor in the first place?
I took a stop and said that if everything ended, today, if this was my last day, would I have done everything I want to do? Would I have used every single talent that I had? And the answer for me was no. And so I essentially uprooted myself and began acting, and one thing led to another. It filed into modeling, and then I was like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be.
What would you say has been your favorite movie to be in?
Manifest is a fun movie. Manifest Interview, only because it took me out of my comfort zone. It forced me to really put myself out there, and that's something I wasn't used to. And I will always be grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah. And this movie, Rise, where do you think it ranks in all your favourites?
It's definitely number one. It's definitely number one.
What was it about it that was so enjoyable, do you think?
I think the experience, the fact that it was shot outside of Hollywood, it was shot in El Salvador, and it was an all El Salvadorian crew, and just the beauty, the scenery of the movie, just how it opens up to the viewers is amazing. Immediately it captures your attention. But definitely working with different people, experiencing a different culture.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is the benefit of it being filmed outside of Hollywood? Is the change of scenery and getting to go abroad quite nice?
It is really nice. it's very eye-opening. And also what I loved about this film, it gives other artists and other talented people the chance to show their craft and show how talented they are that may not have gotten a chance in Hollywood. And I'm grateful towards that.
Yeah. And what's coming up? Are there plans for you to be in future films yet?
Yes. There's a couple of films that I'm eyeing, and of course we have to go through the process as any actor, actress, and of auditioning. So I have two promising ones coming up. I'm also doing Clips Fashion Week. I'm walking in their runway on September 11th, and then also we're filming Circlings, which is a special that's going on also Amazon Prime. That will be later on in the year.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. And this movie, Rise, do you know when it will be out, and also all the places that we'll be able to see it?
Yes, so it will be released on October 8th of this year, so fairly soon.
Yeah,
and it's a worldwide streaming as well. So you'll be able to view it as long as you have Amazon Prime. And I know they're talking about other platforms as well.
Yeah, that's exciting. So there's no excuse not to see it, really, because everyone's got streaming services these days and you don't even have to leave the house.
Yes, that's essentially the benefit of it.
Yeah. Well, many thanks for coming on today. It's been great to chat to you.
It's been lovely as well. Thank you so much for having me on the show.